Yo, Mr. Obano was share program my wife. Na all right. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والعاقبة للمتقين ولا عدوان إلا على الظالمين اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله wabarakatuh. Yada Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala si nnuanum agidefo se enanso ode akyeyen mesraw enidie mu oba na wa share program no ede amayen bomode na share program no amayen nyankopon enti. I think say we have to educate ourselves sane ebeya mfaso ede ama obiara enti oba mesraw wo like program na wa share edi amayin bomode na like program no na share program no amayin sani ya munida munim no me ko break kakra from a comparative religion. Alhamdulillah ya san ababium ya ba sha asiye yasla Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sa on guide na on boyin na de ya beye no entumi nyamfa so fama al umma na enyamfa so amfama yingina na yabasra wose mo questions mo bisa ye wo social media ya mamu answers no we are hoping say and they be to me for course because menim say asama me ba beka no amanfo bi a discuss on the social media ebimo equal to Islamic sources baki womo ensema womo ka edi afa dwumadia ekoso ewo yenua ba Deborah Yacob ohwere ne nkwa ewo Nigeria esan kasabia okan ya antwaye emma enkramofo ebinom a omode emra ehye wo ensam na enam so ma abaywa no ehwere ne nkwa eno na ne yeba beka ho asem no I take screenshots from various platforms like I said my take screenshots from various platforms anai ne platform so and Skeptic Jagbani Nagbewa and then other people who are talking on this issue. My take screenshots are be addressing those issues, you know. Mesra say number na ye dia tudwa no men Fred direct call or Fred direct call ebe interrupt your program na ye no. Okay, ebe interrupt your program na ye no. I believe say we as a people our say issues be about bontia. We have to address those issues, you know, devoid of prejudice and answer our personal feelings and our personal inclination. Family, baby, wadwin echo and wadwin enko and answer ugidi one answer ugidi any. Your issues be wa ebabeto ha. I will say to me address the issue, no, okay, on the face of that issue. Okay, as I say, I did fall for the enema binum. What I say. All right. And then you ever come some. From the sources because personally independently no yentimi enye enhwemu bia enhu the course okay the nam so a ema sa ade no eba ye actually but then we are all going to base our understanding okay on the information sir one of the ema on the social media various social media and then like I said I have the screenshots of some media personnels and no womo chere say ene na nam so ema saa de no eto abaywa no ne nyina ene say abaywa bi a yakunu e wo Nigeria aye fe no Deborah Yakub I believe say obey northern Nigerian because on share say na what dress ne dress na obey those kind of I mean Nigerians na maybe she might not be a Muslim okay she might not be a Muslim I believe say that's it ana guy no akoka assembly ama anyen kramofoni bi de ama enam so ma omabɔ no akuno asan atwa eja atunimu e de ahye no na onipa biara oye nokore kani ana ope nokore enim se we eye on Islamic okay onipa biara se oye obi a oye nokore ni ope nokore enye se bia oye propaganda na eye nokore pa na wo hwehwe nokore na wo pede a unim se we de course no enye Islamic ba bia ni wa Islam ekere se obi eye bibi a etia Islam ana etia wo wudidi a e wo se utwa eja etunimu ehye number 1 enkere se e wo se ukunu mpo eni ho muntie ni e wo se ukunu eni ho ekuma yekum krofo no ampa Islam e wo capital punishment e wo honom but capital punishment no we have to understand the difference between capital punishment and mob injustice. Where are two different things. Capital punishment is different from mob injustice. I was saying to me address issues, you know, okay, based on issues no ankasa. Mayamfa and sem and frafra, okay, mayamfa and sem no and frafra. Now, like I'm saying, you know, I personally, okay, I condemn the act now a course, you know. And every Islamic scholar, and I say, Kiramoni Biara, or deep Quran, any hadith, and said, ya course on any Islamic. Adia Omoya Yano, Islam and so Islam and Jintum, and ya Adia Quran and a hadith try and say, Yenya and capital punishment now, a what Islam, mono. Yan fan shed the hands of the ordinary citizens. So you can understand why. Say ekobase even at the time of the prophet you know say capital punishment be ebabaswa ye the nipa no e de command authority it has never happened say amanfo bi isolatively omo kumobi and omo twobi nsa it should be referred to the authorities okay that is when we live in a Muslim community ye the Islam emra eye adwuma ye be refer case no to the authority. And one of the famous hadiths a lot of people are conversant with the hadith of the lady now or boy Jamai na ono anim se mabu adwaman nti ode ne ho koma komisheni se komisheni anye den yensi na komisheni enkuno ade nti na baabi a wuma no wo no se amanfo ewo ho a se bi o betumi akum maame no na ade nti na ode ne ho ekoma authority okay ye hierarchy a ye fere asem no ye tena asem no so ye nhwehwemu ehunu se ampa sa nipa no is the person really liable okay offense na ye kasa waye no anyabia eye no kore se waye offense no eno number 1 the second thing is say ye be check nipa no na adwin pa hwe se anyabia or ye sound and you can find all this thing in Islamic Sharia which is very vivid in the hadith. Just by reading a hadith you would understand. You see the woman came to the prophet or say prophet mabwe jamai musiba bokumi prophecy yen check na adwene anyabia wanom nsa na yesi da bi komsheni ye hwie nanum onom nsa which means obi ka simple eye blasphemous and no interest automatically ni yekuno da bi. That's why we are telling you that if you don't understand the Islamic law and the Islamic Sharia, one who say who fight for the Sharia, no, you will become a victim, okay, of the Sharia. And I say, make us say, oba be ye obia, who kwetia Sharia, no, one and kasebio, one and kasebi, who fight for the Sharia, no, oba be ye obia, who kwetia Sharia. So the Sharia should be understood comprehensively. Mahusa manfo quote a hadith say Sayyidina alimu ashin krofobi ana komisheni si obi sisane suma man badala dinahu fakturu obi sisane suma munkono yes ni nyina e wo hadith num ene be biebie ni nyina mu e de akere muntie like we are here to learn okay aha no eye bia yesua ade mahu hadith na ma post nyina mahu mo comment and mo reactions must screenshot to bebre but then I want all of us to let's approach this issue, okay, devoid of any prejudice. Say we are trying to save this woman, we are trying to save this generation because say among for apply law, and when people misapply the law, not say you justify, okay, and I say you put your law now, we are not being fair to the law. The misapplication of the law does not mean the law is bad in itself. It is obi misapply emra sabi yengina ye Uganda ana a police for okay omo abuse womo right emra na ye dey show womo sa no omo tumi go overboard. And in that sense no, you don't accuse the law, you accuse the application by the applicant. Nipa na apply law no I want apply law no ye no ono na ye be deal with some person no, but we don't condemn the law. And then the problem that we have they say the extreme they say they are happy about the thing that happened, which is totally wrong and un-Islamic. And they are condemning Islam for this, which is absolutely and totally wrong. You cannot condemn Islam on this. You cannot condemn Islam and also you cannot link this activity to Islam. And I'm repeating myself. The wrong application of a constitutional provision does not mean the constitution is wrong or bad in itself. So, yabesha say, emrana constitution na ewo ho no. Apart from sanction capital punishment no, assign kire hwan mu ana ebetimi apply law no, ekwan ben so ye befa so apply law no, every ben ye betimi apply law no, ana every ben ye betimi relax law no. Like I am saying, obi anim say sharia no no, so obi ba adwaman a say onware ya ye bone mbai, waware ya ye kuno. But this is a woman Sebi, what in the Wabre commission or say Wabba Jamai? I was say on why a witness. Okay, this does not require any other witness because on no dependent can say a witness. When it comes to the issue of witnesses, no, it has already been confirmed. Say Ma'amin Abu Jamai, but in the prophecy, Ma'amin Mun check is a one son, which means simple obika some bonitia Islam. Nasa nipano any right flame of mind that you couldn't enye. Young beside I was a gay yasam wakayano. Why not check all these things and you be again? Now being a year, Juma, and I said, oh, quite the straight, and then the air cost one a boom. I mean, what psychological are you been? I want to shoot your man about otter, me or be any. Nobody check those things. And the first thing is a commission young check say, Mamma, not being a year, Juma now. You see, not be on no one son, even the influence of alcohol. So be no one son. ana onom adubon no ofri na adwimu na so aka nsem boni fa Islam wa sa nipa ne yakuna enye Islamically. That's the Sharia. Eti ye ba one after the other. Eti womu condemn Islam just because of said ebimu apply Islamic law, okay, wrongly. Omo misapply Islamic law. No, they are not being fair to Islam. They are not being fair to Islam. Now, Mama Menka says same way. Okay, that's why I am here. I am here so that you can bring the Quran and the Hadith that you claim said. I walk as a omushia free Quran no emono. Baby, I will feel say. I wish say and never to me a focus because mo comment, mo hadith, mo verses are mo quote to the supporters side way. That's why I'm saying say I am here to educate the people. For one more pen no kore atieno. One more pen no kore atieno because I'm going to be giving evidences. Ube to me a check it. Me in Kasam free me trim. These are the things that is very easy now. Obianim said knowledge and I said information is very easy on our fingertips. We can check. Ebra make us say, you know, but check what I say. It may slow. Maybe make any unnecessary comments. These are the things that Emma yen to mean share at the end. Okay, these are the things that Emma yen to mean share at the end. So I am telling you, say, I am giving you the Islamic precedents, the hierarchy of law and application of law. Acquire first apply Emra in Islam and I make channel. So you just don't come and make any such utterances. Some say you are Ghana. Anna, if I say, Corona Yabo Maxwell Mahama, Obuaso, I can say, Yabo Maxwell Mahama, Ekuno, no? Obianim said, I didn't know and I am mob injustice, it is wrong. So you cannot blame the law. Say, who do you mean, because of Serbia Nipania Christianity, because that is a majority Christian community. Most of the people they profess Christian faith, and some of them don't even belong to any religion at all. So are you going to tell me, say, they got their inspiration from where? Ebi ya bososo for oko edini ba na eko sa kro na yebo masra mama eku no. You can just imagine Mbabesia I mean they were involved in the act of killing a military personnel, somebody who is meant to protect their lives. These are the people who come sani pano heartlessly actually get to the mushe no. We are in this country. Aden obi amfa unlinky a religion bi. Aden obi amfa linky any organization bi. I don't know, be fan linky baby and crofon efiro or moba. Obi anya sade no. But as some way I see, I was say you condemn act no. Mamu nshare ye mu bi abufuo because when you Islamic, well, I bet you or Casemina should say or you're normal. Because we are normal our own casa same way. And this are the things and namsuna and the hatred and the eba. Now let me read some of the comments before I even continue. Sa Ghana make us an Ghana say from henceforth I will search and kill any Muslim that speak or insult any of the ancestors. Okay, my main second one. Obi anim say sabi, obi obeka sa asem bi asabi, onya correct. Obi obeka sa asem bi onya correct, okay? And asema wo can you are making yourself I mean a target for other people. Because I work as a Ubekumia, it means so much me and Akum. So this is it. And we are not here. Ni hasa said ya bekasa basabasa. So what I'm making us we ni hasa ya bekasa basabasa. And you're very careful because social media ya waso no. Send ya work we be to me target to say, hey, I see me so you Ubekumi and Timisha and Akuno. We don't want this thing to happen in our country, okay? And Philip say, how you are not getting the point. The kill was killed because they spoke against the prophet, yes or no? Master, be honest and stop this. Oh, I'm coming to it. Okay, I am coming to it. Yeah? What the Munya Botre? Munya Botre, why? We also say, did you see the video? Because we saw the video. I saw the video. I'm going to address all these issues. I saw the video, okay? You are not correct yourself. You hate the truth, okay? Don't be able to me the aka. Why? But I am advising you as a brother. So over social media, let them bring it on. Of course, no problem. But I am not encouraging anybody. So I better show out. But then I want you to understand. Say nipa de seni. And found it. And found it. Send ya utebia. And found it. Send ya utebia. I was so better once. Okay. My fire no po and tonum. Mr. Anai. Monya botana minya titis minwe. I love your comments. The people were shouting Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. It does not prove anything. It does not prove anything. Now I will come to it. I will come to the act nankasano. But me body bibi my man for bibi ase. My first point is that the act that happened that caused or led to the death, okay, of that lady, is un-Islamic. And I'm giving you the Islamic precedents on how we apply the law. May Kacha say the laws, the application of the law has not been left in the hands of the ordinary Muslims. You will apply law, and so be a blasphemer or be kabibi bonia. And yes, the panicasa yani ye apply law, and I made sure a near ma yadini panibe film and sana yakase sani pay a disa yedi hadi and the bayano. Okay, eating na ewo honum. Yeah, babe church. What I said. Okay, now having established that, Mahu hadisi bi amuko to kotuye. Said na Ali, Ashi Obi, Ashi Sa Zandek Fonoa, your friend is saying, said na Ibn Abbas, said there Allah and the Prophet has forbidden, say Onipa Ebeshin Yonkunipa, okay? And then I hope so you will bring those hadiths so that I can explain further for you to understand. That so, and of course, and then this hadith is very clear. I was wondering why we were quoting this hadith, because the hadith is telling you that somebody did that action. And another Sahaba condemned him for doing that action. So why do you have to bring it as an evidence? Say anytime among for yes, why the person has been condemned and the Prophet himself condemned those acts? So you cannot bring it on. Say and okay. I say, having said that, Osha video now, you see. You are saying, why are we tagging it to Islam? We are telling you Muslims curl hair. Why screaming Allahu Akbar? Why won't we point a finger at Islam? So this is wrong assertion. For you to say Muslims curl hair, maybe you have your evidences. Whether they were shouting Allahu Akbar or whatever they were shouting, that is not the basis. What I'm telling you is that whatever happened, whatever transpired, whether this group of people are Muslims or they profess Islam or not, you cannot use the action of a minute group of people, okay, and use it against the general Islam. This is my stand, because Islamically, Quranically, and Hadithically, they are wrong. That is what I'm telling you people. Whether they are Muslims or they are Christians or whatever they are, you can say that they were Muslim because they were shouting Allahu Akbar and they were wearing jalabia, and some of them were wearing caps and whatever. It does not really matter. The fact that somebody calls himself a Muslim, or the fact that somebody is shouting Allahu Akbar, does not mean he follows the tenets of Islam. If you come to the Muslim community, just like any other community, you will see people who goes against the law. Okay, that is why in the Islamic community we have laws, okay, that those laws will be applied to the Muslims. Because we know that some of the Muslims will go against the law. So if somebody goes against the law, we don't criticize the law, we criticize those people. So you can say what those guys did was wrong, but you don't have to associate their actions, their evil actions to Islam. You can do that. And yet Islam, and yet Islamic. That's what I'm telling you people. Whether they were shouting Allahu Akbar, they were shouting Takbir, whatever they were shouting, does not really matter. What we are asking is that did Islam sanction that? Did Islam give them the authority to do that? This is what I'm talking about. When I'm America, and yet the American, maybe the American say, whatever they did, and that's so be a Ghanani, that's so Kwachi or Kronfo, na ya bu one even if Ghana ya check Kronfo, yet you come abai, but Ghana who be ya bu Kronfo kumu de bia. And are you going to tell me, sir, the constitution should be held accountable or liable for people killing thieves? No, even though they will be killing the thief because they think constitutionally it is wrong for somebody to steal. Because our constitution makes it wrong for people to steal. So when somebody steals in our communities and they have been and those people are lynched and killed and burnt, and we see it in our communities. You go to Teshi, you go to Nungwa, you go to Ashama, you go to a lot of places. We see this with our naked eyes every single day. They kill thieves mercilessly in our communities. And you ask them, why are they doing that? They will tell you it is wrong according to the constitution for you to steal. So are you going to blame the constitution? No. You can't blame the Constitution. Yes, of course, it is enshrined in the Constitution that when a thief is caught, they should be punished. But the punishment has not been left in the hands of the ordinary citizens. No. So this is what I'm telling you. This is what I am telling you. What I'm saying is that what they did was wrong. But then you don't have to associate their action to Islam. Islamically, it is wrong. I haven't said that. I don't know if this guy, the Philippe Saka, is a Christian or what. If you don't know, go and read your Christian history. Okay, go and read your Christian history. If you don't know, you are asking me whether there are instances where people were killed because they spoke against Christianity. You should go and read your Christian history. Let's really forget about Christianity. Let's talk about Ghana. Let's talk about our culture. Now, let me just come to this. Maminka Sasemwe. I want to talk about the girl. Okay, I have already condemned the action. But now, I want to talk about the action and the utterance of the lady. Munteni, yes, ye to a crafono, nay, and I year to a diamophone, nay, to a crown effort. Can you hear said? People are only focusing on the killing of the lady, neglecting what led to the killing and the Omajai. Munteni, Nipa, we are here. You have to be wise. And I say application of wisdom. No, I was say use wadwene. I was say use unyansa as nipa. Sabi, me Buhari amete hai. Sa wo ba mi fie. Na wo be gina mi manim didi mi papa tem. Anasa mete se wo ye me maame a. Me enya me de me njaawo. Muntie ne ye pa o. Ena ye te hai. Ena na nima bi ekofom. Before, tell me in our culture, Mame Famunko Asante, Amamremu, why the Betty Miakogina Menshia? I've been and what did or 240 Cocoso at Tema amount for at Emma Asante Fati, I am a Jano. Mon can't tell me. You need to be wise. You need to be wise. Why no Betty Miakogina, I am north. Wakogina Yendi, and now Boko. No, did it? Yana attempt near Jao. It will not happen. It will not happen. Muntieni. Adebiawo ya uyusu nyansa. In as much as a year condemn and their manner boys and as omo mukuno no omo ye no I was say you 2 years before. The Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is not just a father of any of us. He's not a father. He is more than a father to us. Listen, I don't care what you think, but the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is more than a father. In fact, we value him more than our own lives. Take it. We value the Prophet more than our own lives. If you insult me, Buhari, I can take it. To some extent, if you insult my father or my mother, to some extent, I can tolerate. But when you talk against the Prophet, this is me, Buhari, telling you. This is me, Buhari. If you talk against the Prophet, bro, I can't take it lightly with you. But for me, Buhari, I will follow Islam. And that is why, if you follow Islam, if those guys had followed Islam, they wouldn't have killed the lady. If those guys had followed Islam, they wouldn't have killed the lady. You can call Islam whatever you want. You can call it a cult or you can call it whatever you want. We don't care. We know what we believe in. We know what we follow. We know what we follow. But what I'm saying is that, say we nipa use wadi suyini. Tell me, say baby a woo free, baby a woo suyini woo free no. Forget about your father. Forget about your mother. Now let's take you woo suyini. Eh? Yeah, let's take you woo suyini. Yamfa wonye example. Na uwo fie. Na se obiaba. Na odidi watem. Ana nya odidi maame aho dono. Odidi natem. Odidi papa tem. will you be silent? Obeka wanuatum. Until yenina yenka yanuntum. But the way and the mode of reaction will differ. The mode of reaction will differ. And I am telling you, say, Senka, why say no? Omo reaction no Senka omo follow Islam. They wouldn't have killed the lady because Islamically you don't have to kill that person. Their action was un-Islamic. I just want you people to understand that the prophet is so precious to us. Brother, we don't care about what you think. We don't care about your opinion. Because some of you worship your desire. Some of you worship Arambe Moshe. Some of you worship alcohol. Some of you worship women. Some of you worship your properties. Some of you worship your businesses. And we Muslims, we love the prophet. We are ready to even die for the prophet. Even though the prophet has not asked us to die for him. But even if it calls for us to die for the prophet, we are ready to die for the prophet. The prophet is so dear to our hearts. The prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he is so dear to our heart. So you will be foolish to know that this man is so dear to us, and you will stand in our presence and insult him. Apply wisdom, bro. Apply wisdom. I'm speaking to you. You can disagree with me any much you like. You can disagree with me. I'm telling you the fact. Me. I will not go and stand. I have been a victim of Christian abuse. I have been a victim of Christian abuse. Let me tell you. Nungwa station. Also for me, after the Moshe in the power, you find Oscar. I used to have the audio, but I check. I have me Nungwa station. I was a victim because I went and I was asking questions. In fact, harmless questions. Oscar, they nearly beat me. In fact, they beat me. They tell me because they nearly because the timely intervention of the people standing around, and they saved me earlier. Because my old preacher said, yes, I went there and I was questioning him. And I said me you witness me and me at once nana of violence I set in my own hometown. Me asamu ya mika, you can go to Chimakropo and ask. My own hometown, na me akola. Also for me the preaching here, I went there to ask harmless questions. Wallahi, omo bomi di mechi aba mi fie nzongo. The also for wallahi, manya bibia. I was just asking harmless questions. Omo bomi te team entirely di mechi e me ba mi fie. They didn't know that they were coming to the zongo. No mo nim say zongo no mo ba no. I don't do zongo. I will do your feel yet the dumb boom you come in. Just also follow the macho men. That's her. Now, Momunim says Zongo na Mabano. Munim. So, this is what I'm talking about. Terrorism is not the monopoly of anybody. No group of people can exclaim, say, and never all year, because Ukraine and Russia. Send your muye the day. I send ya. Girl, no, the life, no, and where take thousands of the Libyans, thousands of the Egyptians, Somalians, all those innocent souls, na yaku, Saga, when the life is not worth more than them. But Shasanya, as some way see the zeal, the uproar, I am out for the casa, Menka said ye a portion a year, and then if me, I'm praying for sound microphone. You bet you woman. Your two woman should be brought to book. I was say emra any woman edi. I was say emra. I was say emra any woman edi. You will not like what I'm telling you, because I'm not here to support you. I'm here to support the truth. I'm not here to speak for anybody. I'm here to present the truth from the Quran and Islam. Because I am a Muslim. Muslims can be wrong. I cannot defend myself as Buhari, but in any given day I can defend Islam. Because I may not be perfect. I am not perfect, but Islam is perfect. So if me point fingers at me, don't point fingers at Islam. Because Bonina mi dino. Enye Islam nesi mindi sa bonino. Bonina unkrofoni di yano enye Islam nesi omundi sa bonino. If you have any fingers to point at those people, not Islam. Point at those people, not Islam. Abayuano and in na yamfanya futuo. Oh, timi nkogina ayigbe for my mu kodidi. Togbe atem ama yenjao. It's not, it is not rational. Why do you know that Mete say WhatsApp group bi? Mete say WhatsApp group bi? How can you insult the prophet? Our WhatsApp group are Muslims and worship. Does it make sense? It does not make sense. Enti Muamu kase, you see, I am but you know, people like Kojo Anai and Suini, I would love you to join me on the show. Kojo Anai said, now you are justifying it. I am not justifying it. And maybe I won't or maybe you thought I am coming to do your bidding. I'm not here to defend anybody. I am here to defend the truth. Eti yana nanim bu be say utu agiramofo no na utu akuranso meka asama ebeyem faso ama nyina because say ankasa nkyira nkrofo ma o ma ngai saade na ebiri biara wo be ye aheti obi manipan a react bia no ankoto obi a obe apply wisdom through the reaction na wase akokum obi foforo. So the best way is to avoid the insult. Don't insult the prophet. Don't hurt the feelings of the Muslims. Don't go close and near to the prophet. We love him. He is our mentor. If we love him more than our souls, we love him more than ourselves. This is not justifying what happened. We advise somebody, Madika Kasa, the Afa, the boys near your home. Okay? Madika Akasa, the Afa, the boys in a home. Madika Kasafa. And I will be saying, should students post religious materials on a school page? Now, what I'm telling you is that Obian himself, page Biara, what they say, a WhatsApp page, a Facebook page, a Wamara, Yenim and Marano. Because WhatsApp group, you to me to WhatsApp group say, Mimi say WhatsApp group the brain. It was more amount for me BB and the Toso and agenda no. 80 minutes and Mara a work group to me say is that allowed or not allowed? That is not the case. But what I am saying is that do not insult the prophet in the midst of Muslims. You can question us. You can question our beliefs, challenge our doctrines, but don't insult the prophet or myth. Me a beer make me follow Islamic principles. But obedient also what him said. So obi go sotra. And you say you got man A sotra and you got man B sotra. The reaction will not be the same. Man A could be so lenient and let go. Man B will not be lenient and will react and sometimes even overreact. And whilst you are advising the man B for overreacting, you should also advise the person who slapped the man A and the man B and let them know and understand that the fact that you slap man A and man A did not reply you does not mean you can be slapping people and both continue. That's not, you cannot use it to justify it. Sweetie, you are welcome on the show. Hello, sweetie. Yeah, you are welcome on the show.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you very clear.
You can hear me clear? Yeah.
We are listening. Thank you
Greetings
very
to all. But Hafiz, your topic, I don't understand.
Why don't you understand?
You are saying that you're not going to be biased. You're going to tell the truth. But now you are basically justifying what happened.
Listening to what I said. From what I said, what have you heard from me that shows that I'm justifying what happened? Because I've said it point blank. I'm saying that what they did was wrong. It was un-Islamic on certain terms, and I was saying that these people should be caught and brought to book, and then the justice should take its course. So what do you mean by I'm justifying it?
You just said that repeatedly right now that she shouldn't have said what she said, and people should have respect because you respect the prophet so much.
So people
should stay away from
it. People to insult, is it good?
No, it's not
and
good
that's
to
what I'm saying.
Others,
and
no?
That's exactly what I'm saying. I'm saying that it is not good for you to insult people. But so when you insult people, you said,
who did she insult?
You said,
who did she insult?
Did who she did she
insult? Who did she?
Did she insult who?
Yeah, I'm asking you. You said it's not good to insult people, which is true. You shouldn't be insulting others. But you said that she was insulting. So I'm asking you, who was she insulting?
Let me ask you this question. What led to the killing of the lady? What led to it?
Yeah, I've heard different stories. That one is that she converted or so, and then the second one is that she actually blasphemed against the prophet.
Is just a term. What actually came out of her mouth? What did she say?
No, I heard an audio where she's speaking. If that is authentic, that she was complaining of, I think, some of the students posting stuff, religious stuff, on the WhatsApp group they are on to study. So she was actually complaining. She spoke Hausa. So if that audio is authentic, she was having problems with people just sending so much stuff into the group. Meanwhile, the group is for the students to study and to ask questions so they can pass their exams, and not to preach religion.
From what you just said, it means even you yourself, you are not sure about what the lady said actually. Yes. So when I started the program, I said, I'm going to base my understanding on what we have heard so far. So what I'm saying is that, remember, what happened was not the action of one person. Okay, this was something that all of the people, or majority of the people, saw that what the lady said was wrong. So we don't know actually what she said. Okay, because you cannot just say, oh, don't post religious things and the people will just take offense. No, I don't think people will take offense because we said we shouldn't post religious things.
No, she said, no, listen, there's an audio where she spoke, okay? When she spoke Hausa. What she said in the audio is that she was having problems with people sending so much religious stuff about Islam and the prophet and so on a platform, a WhatsApp platform, which is meant for the students to study. I also watched that video,
and I think the guy was speaking, she was speaking Hausa and they were translating it in writing, in English, right? Is that the one you are talking about?
No. To the Hausa audio, direct from her voice. Someone translating.
You see, the lady was speaking Hausa. I was listening to the audio, but because not everybody can understand the Hausa, you will see the subtitles. I mean, they were translating it in English, okay, in writing form, so you can be following the writing for you to understand what the lady was saying. So what I'm saying is that, okay, even in that what I heard was that the girl was actually saying that what they were selling is senseless. It does not make sense. It is nonsense. Yes, that's what I heard. That it is nonsense. And then I was saying that what I'm saying is that whatever the lady said that led to their killing, okay, that led to their killing could be avoided. And I was giving an example that you cannot go to a Asante Kingdom at Mensia and be insulting Otunfo, and you expect that people will just keep quiet and watch you. In the same vein,
that's
what happened. You are in the midst of the Muslims and you are insulting their prophet.
No, yeah, listen. Even that is even another issue. Okay, that is even more important that I want us to talk about. Insulting the prophet qualified people to get so crazy mad to go and kill their own.
No, yes, of course, yes,
their own. I would say
no. See,
because
so you listen to me. I don't want talking about what people will feel. It is better you don't even call for it than to be talking about the reaction. What I will feel, for example, if you insult me, how I will feel does not really matter. But what matters is that don't even insult me. That's it. So you don't say, why will people be agitated because their prophet have been insulted? The question should be, why do you have to irritate people by insulting their prophet? So that's the question. So whether the people got crazy or whatever, that's not the issue here. The issue is, you as a human being, why would you have to cause people, harm by insulting their prophet and getting them to react? So this is the question. You have to avoid it. It's avoidable. You have to avoid it. But like I said earlier on, what the guys did is un-Islamic.
No, listen.
Yeah, I'm listening to you.
Can I say something? Listen. Yes, I want it to be very clear, okay? Especially when we are talking of Ghana. You see, insulting everyone, calling our our culture rubbish and evil. No one has ever gone to attack and kill them. But here you are saying that they shouldn't go near Islam and so on and so forth. What is Islam? What is so special about Islam?
With all due respect, listen to me, please. When you say, what is Islam? What are you trying to tell us? No, listen. No, listen to me. You see, I get a scenario. The fact that man A was slapped and he never reacted does not justify that you can slap man B and go scot-free. So if people are insulting, you
sit on your platform.
No, just listen to me.
It's not God.
No, let me finish. If people, like you were saying, that they have been insulting your gods and your way of life, if people are insulting your gods and you are quiet, you don't expect.
You do, even you.
Means what?
Even you. You say that it doesn't make sense for people to be worshiping stones and so on and so forth.
So listen.
But no one cares. If someone mentions something, then you guys get pissed. So that is why I don't understand. Why do you guys think you are so special that people cannot talk about?
No, listen to me.
That is my question.
When I say it does not make sense for people to worship stone, okay, I am right by saying that because I am. No, listen to me.
You are not right.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
I also have right to say
that. Let me finish. Just let me finish. Let me finish. You will get me. Okay. If I say people are wrong or it does not make sense for you to worship things that you create yourself, okay, you yourself, you know that this is my creation. You know that this cannot even. You are the one who have to give the stone where it was. In fact, that one is a different thing altogether. What I'm saying is that when people say what you are doing, that let me finish reading. We are not making our conversation lively. You see, I keep quiet for you to speak. Also keep quiet and listen to my explanation.
No,
if I say what you are doing does not make sense, you have been telling us every day, have somebody call you for your head? Nobody has called for your head because we said that going around the Kaaba does not make sense. But what we are saying is that attacking the message is different from attacking the messenger. When you attack the message, like for example, if I say Kwaku Busam is a fool, Kwaku Busam is stupid, I am attacking him, so I should be ready for every reaction or consequence that will come. But when I'm saying what you are doing, you people will tell us that when you go to Hajj, it does not make sense. When you make a lot of money, it does not make sense. When you go around the Kaaba, we know that you are attacking our practices. It's normal. So what we have to do is to come out and explain it to you. But when you attack a personality, that's why we always tell people, attack the message and not the messenger. So what you are saying is a different thing altogether. Muslims don't attack and insult people who are worshiping their idols. We say what you are doing does not make sense.
No,
it does not make sense, of course.
Okay, listen to me. If people don't have the right to say anything against Islam and the Prophet, you have no right to tell anyone that what he's washing stones and he knows that the stones cannot help him, and yet he's worshiping them, and therefore it doesn't make sense. It's stupid. You have no right.
No. So you cannot say we don't have right. Listen, right? No, you are not the one.
Then
you are not the one
that don't have right
here in this country. And that place too. But what I'm telling you is that listen. I think you did not get my point. My point is that if you check my caption, I said mob injustice is un-Islamic, and this is my basic message. Mob injustice is un-Islamic. What the guys did to the lady is not Islamic, because Islam does not give them the audacity or the authority to inflict or to execute any Islamic Sharia, any judgment. The Sharia is left in the hands of a selected people. And every student of Sharia knows this. So what I'm saying is that what they did was wrong. And if we can catch them and bring them to book, then justice should take its course. But in the same vein, I'm saying that we as people, we have to use wisdom. We have to be wise in our approach. We have to be wise in the way we do things. You cannot go and stand in my share palace and insult Otunfo, and when somebody comes and attack you, you say that the people are violent. You cannot go and stand in Accra. You cannot go and stand in Accra and insult Gamanche, and when they come after you say they are violent. So what I'm saying is that, like, you are just comparing what we are doing, because I'm saying that people idols does not make sense. People worshiping Jesus does not make sense. You are telling me that me following Muhammad does not make sense. Me worshiping Kaaba and stone does not make sense. If you are criticizing my action, it is acceptable. Nobody will fight you because you say people worshiping the stone does not make sense. But what we are telling you people is that do not insult the prophet. Why is it difficult for you to understand?
Why not?
What will you achieve by insulting the prophet?
No, tell me, why not? No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not saying I'm going to do it, but I just want to understand, why is it that if someone insult, what do you call it, the prophet, and then you have to kill the guy? Because it has been happening in Pakistan. It's not only in Nigeria.
Yes, I like that question. You see, let me tell you something. Every country have got their constitution, okay? And then you cannot decide what should be in the constitution of other countries. We are Ghanaian people. Our constitution should reflect our own aspirations, our beliefs, and then our needs. And each and every country have got their own constitution. The constitution of the Afghanis people and the Pakistanis people and all these people that you are mentioning, they have their constitution, and basically mainly their source of their constitution is the Quran and the Hadith. And then this is enshrined in their constitution. So if you want to live in that country peacefully, you have to abide and obey the rules of the country. In their Sharia, in their constitution, they are telling you that our Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, be insulted. So if you insult him, that is treason according to them, and you are liable of capital punishment. You come to our country, what constitutes treason is different, or could be different from what will constitute treason elsewhere. So the issue is that you have to always adhere to the constitutional provision. Our constitution is saying don't insult the prophet. If you insult the prophet and you live in a Muslim dominated country and the Sharia or the constitution allows you to be killed, they will kill you. So if I don't want to be killed, I will not do that.
Yeah,
Do you know that if you go to some countries, some third countries like India, you cannot, or even I think Russia, you cannot have two wives. Polygamy is against the law. So you don't say, oh, why is it that they will not allow you to have two wives? So you are going to have two wives. You will be held accountable. You will be arrested.
No, you are
I'm not diverting. I'm giving you the analogies. I'm not diverting. Why am I diverting?
No. It's not the same. Listen, when you are talking of a constitution, let's say Ghana, you have the constitution, and each and everyone have the right to practice whatever religion she or he wants to practice, right? You have the right.
No, Sweeney, no, you are not talking about Ghana. You were talking about Afghanistan. We are not talking about Ghana. You got it up. And now when I'm explaining, you didn't mention Ghana.
No, I was
Afghanistan and Iraq. And that's why I'm giving you what is there. So when we are talking about Ghana, in Ghana, you see, each and everybody in Ghana, in the constitution, has been given their right to profess their religion without fear or panic. So that's why a Muslim can be preaching his Islam, a Christian can be preaching his Christianity, CSF can be preaching the CSF. So that's Ghana for you. But when you are talking about Afghanistan and other places, I'm telling you that that's their constitution. So you should just leave there. You don't have any right to talk about what they have in their constitution.
Okay, listen. I mentioned Afghanistan and Pakistan. It is just to give an example. That is not actually the most important. The most important, what I actually want to understand is that in Nigeria is it has a constitution, right? And you have both Christians and Muslims. But then here is the case: you have the Muslims basically killing the Christians. They have done it. This is not the first time.
Let me just ask you a very straightforward question. Haven't we reported any incident when a Christian are killing before in Nigeria?
Come again. I didn't get you. I didn't get.
Sweeney, I'm asking you.
I didn't get you. Can you
haven't we reported any instance where Christians are killing Muslims in Nigeria before?
Give me an example.
I'm asking you, have there been no record like that before?
No, I don't have any.
Okay, so you cannot confirm. So you see, now you are talking about Nigeria. When I have to talk about Nigeria, you'll be saying a different thing that I'm switching the post. What I'm telling you is that what happened in Nigeria, in the case of this lady, is not Islamic. I have said it time with that number, and I will say it on every platform that what happened was un-Islamic. When I started my this program, I was giving the Islamic precedents, how we enact laws, how we even apply the laws, and on what circumstances can we even apply those laws, and when and at what time. I was giving all these things from the Islamic sources. So I am telling you that what happened to the lady is un-Islamic. It does not make sense.
Yeah,
but then in the same way, I'm telling you people
that I get that.
You don't have to hurt the feelings of other people and then turn around and then accuse their reaction. If you don't want them to react, then don't even cause them to react. This is my advice.
So okay. Then my advice is that you guys should stop attacking both Christians and our culture.
You see, you have to draw a straight line between attacking and propagating.
You cannot
attack. Propagating is not attack.
Yeah, you no, you are not propagating. You are insulting. You are insulting. You are not propagating. Whatever you say against our culture, listen. Whatever you say against our culture, that is negative. You are attacking
even
and
you
insulting
yourself,
us.
even you yourself, you
So you
talk
should
against
stop
your
that.
own culture. Why do you call? Yes, even you yourself, you talk against
Yeah.
your own culture. Now let me tell you
No,
this thing.
listen.
You cannot tell us to
How?
stop propagating
How?
Islam. Now in my Quran, listen. Listen to me.
No.
Listen to me. Let me give you this.
No.
In my Quran says Jesus is not God. So I am propagating that. Quran says idols should not be worshipped. I am propagating that. But then what Quran told me is that I should not insult the people. I should not insult them and what they are worshipping besides Allah. But the act should be condemned.
But the Quran told you
You
can
said?
insult to others. You know that? I said what you just said. It simply means the Quran is telling you to
Then you didn't even
insult
hear me
others.
when I said Quran says we should not insult the idol worshippers and what they worship, but we condemn their acts.
No, but you just said right away. You just said that they should not worship or
yeah, of course.
You just said
I'm telling you that. No, listen.
Yeah, and
it's not an insult. Listen, Sweeney, it's not. Somebody is telling you.
Insult. It's an insult.
Example. No, it's not an insult. Then you don't even understand insult.
No.
Let me show you this. Listen to me. NDC and we have MPP. NDC have their manifesto. No, I'm not doing politics. No, listen to me. No, just listen to me. Listen to me. NDC has manifesto. MPP has their own manifesto. Now the NDC are telling us that the policies of the MPP is not going to help us. It does not make sense. It's not practicable. But they are not insulting the MPP people. In the same vein, if I am a Muslim, I can tell you, the idol worshiper, that what you are doing is not going to help us. It's not going to help you. It's not practicable. It does not make sense. You can also tell me that my Islam is not practicable. It does not make sense. Me going to Haji does not make sense. Like people have been doing, and nobody has fallen for your head.
Yeah.
All I'm telling you is that you don't insult the person, the personality. You don't insult them. You don't talk against them. You can say that what I am doing does not make sense. Like we are telling you that what you are doing does not make sense. But then you don't, like NDC will tell people that your policy does not make sense. Your policy is not going to help us. And people will tell same to NDC. But then at the end of the day, they don't insult their personality. And this is what we are talking about. This is democracy. This is what we have in the Constitution.
Okay, let me ask you something. Let me ask you a direct question. Okay, so now if I tell you Prophet Muhammad is a
of course it's an insult.
Is that an insult?
Of course it's an insult.
Aha. So if you tell me, okay, so if you tell me that worshiping stones is it doesn't make sense, that too is an insult. So you should not say it. No, Hafiz, sorry. I will not accept. We have to treat each other with respect and equal. If you have the right to tell me that worshiping stones is nonsense, I have equal right to tell you that the prophet was a false prophet.
No.
It should be equal.
Listen to me.
And
if you just listen to me, you see, you are just trying to make the money and the sugar. You are not
the same.
Your focus is not. Listen, just listen to me.
Hafiz,
listen to me.
Now.
No, you said
no. Listen, I have to go. I have to go. So I just wanted to say one last thing before I go.
All right, so let's get some other people to also join us. Okay, let's get some other people to also join us. So what I'm saying is that the scenario Sweeney is giving us is different from the reality. Now listen to this. For example, when I say idol worship, okay, is or does not make sense. It's different from me saying that a particular fetish priest is not a true fetish priest. So okay, say Kwaku Sam or ye or throw pong for shots. But that's I didn't know I'm guano. I don't know why I'm emphasizing this. That one is different. That one is different. Now let me pick this color and see what it has for us. Oh, what's happening now? But you want to put myself back in. Man, to be able to put myself back. Can I say? The American United say we should stop attacking personalities. We can attack the message. And then let me put this on record. Number the home. Number the home. Mami pin number the mama. Yeah, hello. Hello. Oh, I don't know. Oh wow. So Peter, you can call back again. The money about mami pin number. No, I said you can't the number to but I said 3. Maybe mami pin number no. Now I have to financial what me up for it. Hello? Oh. Okay. Link, you know. Meaning say and a link in India. All right, so you can get via the link. I'm sure it's gonna work. Okay, we're not gonna via the link. Now actually if you're not inshallah. But when I also be share program no. When I be share program no. Now yeah, if it's map for some other course. If it's map for some other course now. I think what person will try but I call my friend direct call. Why Mr. My friend direct call. Waiting up for yeah, but it's a WhatsApp call. Not your pick out. Why? Waiting up for WhatsApp. Not your pick out. Na you buso kata I'm say sa kind of adventure you be bebre what I say I'm say what put to this bebre bi like am person be chichen but I'm not tie ntimi chichen this no emu but obi opese ofre bi abetu na dey afre ema yesua ade inshallah na you buso why don't you use StreamYard StreamYard no me phone to me power StreamYard mama omo mu phone when say ana wo phone me nchen omo mu phone me first na na me use but to me power no best scratch some StreamYard no today I think I'm a laptop. Made to me, I do to me, but then you need a work from supporting. And see, like I am saying, you know, you go sir, yes, you know, I'm saying, not supporting. Now, if you made it, you know, you to me, and you and phone call, and then you seven. I am not saying, I'm out for this, I'm out from Samalam, and then say, you who bala, then you patrol teachers at Chennai. Yeah, not sometimes, and yeah, you say, but I'm not in work from. And yes, number is 245 09127 be a person support you. So, go back to me as support you. A moment line, a dear was your Hafiz Buhari. Go back to support you. How to me support you. Mumbai. Now, you never be brave. You never be brave to me. I say you made him now. Yet to be seen here. Yeah, hello. Yeah, me too. Yeah. Nampa Tavani. Oh, yeah, Mr. Nai, you are welcome. Yeah. And yet, the way now, what's your problem? Okay. Yeah. Then the individual, and they have only what up to say individual religion. And I was sorry to be out of details any Ghana Black Star. And the mother catcher would say, that tells me Black Star, someone out, and you put, it ain't the Ronaldo at them one. And no, compare to say my good dynamic here, and I'm the young man, I'm a phone, a car, and I'm the gamma, and you're okay. Okay. If you know, what I say, I was with you because now we say, that I don't know where and I don't think I'll put down that channel. But you know, if I make a say, I think I bet you won't justify because soon as that, no one yard. Mr. Nine, my infant one after the other. My infant one, again, my infant one after the other. Would you tell me, sir? Obi Kodina Manchia, not would you do 2 Fatama a wrong. So, yeah, would you tell me, sir? My infant one after the other, Mr. Wa. Because what Kasaka, maybe them are question. Would you tell me, sir, to be Kodina Manchia, no, they do 2 Fatam. Not reaction be ever, not say, and I'm so managed to even though one more reacting very wrong, but also of course sad. Would you to say? Oh no, mean cats, and you make any department say reaction to me about. And you advise the make say. So we could not mention here. Not so we do 2 for them, not reaction ever, not say and number so management and quan. Yes, I didn't know, like I said. But Nipa now, not to quite a sign or not to count, would you to say? Yeah, Toshimi, as some Namekano, Manchiatam Namekano. I am not referring to Obama, Abana Adia or ye. Midi can state in the class, mean some again a kind. A attestation, yen to mean substantiate, as some again a kind. They are teeing in and I make us whatever happened based on the tea, it is not right. So on the side, it's fireable. So on the and also a kum or bano, even in Sisa, get no up a blasphemy claim put up. And young woman, and no bet me the Emrano as a woman to buy your pet. And I mean, Islamic president, and what you didn't back for my Sharia court. Na Sharia court, when I check and said, Nadia Duma, one woman, son, is she under the influence of narcotics? And I said, then I had it here all Katasa, you bet check you when you know agree, and son, you lose a nipano, Katana or kind and ignorantly, and I will nimpan the Russian and the Oka. Bring now you never check it. You find Al Mawan in Takfir, but not checking Islamic book here. Al Mawan in Takfir, the things that prohibit you from calling somebody a kafir. When you know account, Jahal, ignorance account, and you look at what you check something when you know. You will be on one in Panta, you can a media and yet another I cannot do without being correct. Yet the next faster and random or a liable of the offense, a number and not any. And it may be say, the apostle in narrow whatever be the case, and it is wrong Islamic and un-Islamic. And what I can make caption, I may say more injustice. The apostle and justice, and more injustice, it is un-Islamic. No Islamic Sharia and the church will be more injustice. And I make sure say, in the same the local social media, amount for attacking, amount for potential brain, and I'm so you come to the attempt. What would justify that? Guy, no, you're all right. Now, why to the end, because of course, me get to say the boys the end, but they, and I mean, boo, baby say, account for say, who to a grammar for no to a crown for. And America say, yeah, you apply wisdom. And America say me, you and I, papa, never ya. Me, you, papa. Now, so what the action, and I know, or you're intolerant, or you're tolerant, or you say, and that's what you say. It me avoid the situation, and some me, and I mean, example, so people never share. You do or two flat them. Let's say you're the one who could or not away. Even though I'm performing away, oh my god, but one of course, we have to know how to apply wisdom in our dealings. This is what I was saying. I am not in any way justifying what happened. It is un-Islamic. In fact, the Prophet and Islam forbid any human being from burning other human being. It is prohibited. In fact, even the Prophet himself was reprimanded for asking the Sahaba to burn ants. And Tatia, the Prophet was reprimanded for burning ants. No human being have any audacity Islamically to burn another human being. It does not even matter the crime. So I am saying what they did is un-Islamic, it is barbaric, and these people need to be brought to book. This is my call. But then I mean, 2 years because among for me, after they say, and as see, I know, your friend is saying, we are in the age of awakening, and again, it's saying two proposal, a bribia, like say, of course, but then I was saying two, I can't tell you. There are some situations you have to avoid it. You have to avoid because me try say me say, be a woman and I be boss to our reaction. And me the enya pe. Be a woman to me pan calmly. Be a woman to me reactive but enyes extreme. But obi what obi reactive overboard. But at the end of the day, one the far by one body to try on very active. So we have to be able to apply wisdom in our day-to-day activities. So this is what I'm saying. Oh, yeah, my papa. Okay. Video no. Oh yes, in fact, video no. Me who say I don't know so, but there was some personality don't know you when you got no matches no. And then some other people don't know you when they were very proud of what they did. So that's it. They were very proud of what they did. You know, so what you not kill me? But what they want up on you. As that what people my friend is saying, put you back. Like they put you on that road and some of them party and they have that video no that video there me yan hwe sa aspect na me yan hwe but Mr. Alan Jamaica say whatever happened over there no a mob injustice a un-Islamic it should be condemned in any time it should be condemned yeah Islam interest it the only ya me say because and so I wouldn't see Dawa. And the catch is there, you say, me charge screenshot of it with say, the only the need to open Ghana and almost so yes. What do you think? Ghana upon a so yes, that the company and any two. Hafiz. Now, sir, say, okay. Won't say, we don't have any morals. Move up and change moral. Religion is to teach us morals. Meaning, you know, be it. And yet, when we say idea food, the theater one, and some who is any my own. But it was a case of moral decay. That's all behavior of baby. I say, never have to what it is. On a prophet that and you almost a dear Eddie Abba, Eddie Time out national. And you say, compare him and more here. DSF, maybe no beer. And you almost the identity. I can't let them okay. I mean, I'll take the fact of what you do when you like them. Also, who put in their nonsense when you be at them. And no look, I want to when you don't want to near them. That's the Puno. And you're comparing two groups now. Why is there moral? And I want to do it moral. Mr. Allen, society, anyone in said, what that.
Yeah, excellent. Thank you very much for the question. Mami Kretsa, we say no. You see, we are in the age of information, like we always say. We are in the age of Islamic books, Islamic teachings, and ideologies are on the hands of our fingertips. We should be able to draw a clear distinction between opinions of people and what Islam really teaches. So, Sheikh, you can have a car, Sembia. Also, as well. Or say, or according to, it's not according to Islam. So we have to be able to draw the distinction. What I am saying right now, me personal feeling, me personal feeling. But what I'm saying is Islamic feeling. That's what Islam means. Islam is about submitting to the will of Allah. It doesn't matter what you wish or your opinion does not really matter in Islam. It's about submitting. So the submission, actually, you don't have to do that. It is wrong. It is an opinion that you have to, tackle that person. Who page is all good and say, I didn't know all Kasa because one can say Islam system, but can say Islam say, and there will be some media, because Islam, no meaning they want Islam table. And the first thing. Now, the comparison now will make it. No, what would I Mammy, are you okay? Oh, no, Mammy, oh, Mr. Mammy, question. Why? Oh, Mr. Tiemi, Mr. Tiemi, I mean, Mammy, question. I'm just a person because I get coming at some TSF. But I'm from the spokesperson for TSF. Mr. Abraham, you say, no, I've been so, say that what they're known, even though even though just said or no Mr. Nai, Mr. Nai, Mr. Nai, Sankawi a bit here. Sankawi a bit here, Kadab Wayan Pound. Sankawi a bit here, Kadabwa. In Islam, say okay, I don't say Abraham a spokesperson. In Islam, only one spokesperson in Islam. Nobody has ushered me to be the spokesperson for Islam. UTI Dawa. Only nobody has ushered him to be the spokesperson for Islam. In Islam, there is only one spokesperson in Islam, and honor and the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. You never make a mistake, but the Prophet will not make mistakes. You never to be again. Here offer the 4 Imams of Islam: Imam Malik, Ahmad bin Hanbal, Imam Shafi, Imam Abu Hanifa. What are the great Imams of Islam? What would you now book so much try? I will say to almost say, can you now must hear in the phone? So look who said commissioner after assembly. Any ye bra monto ye chini na monfo commissioner because Islam no customer Islam. Omo ye atretrefo. UTI ye chere ni mimi ye chere ni. So forget about the mimi, forget about the UTI. But the main can say it always a work as a meshawano. One can say UTI see Islam will say or no or say. The UTI ever does not hold in Islam. Any way to Islam. The may make any way to Islam. There's a connect back any way that you can or not the Onobaka does not have any weight in Islam unless say or saying Yame say commissioner say this is Islam. So forget about what anybody is saying. So I am telling you, say
Islamically, what happened, and not the Akoso Nigeria, but more injustice. Islamically, it's wrong. Islam has not given that audacity, that power, that authority to any individual. So, what to me, a man will tell the open, and you would tell you civilization. You will say, I'm also to me after a Russia with some again your open, and not just already. What will misapplication of Emrano? Remember question about CSF Islam and their course. What we are doing is that you are using CSF for one main ideology and they are compared in the Muslim community. I am telling you, say, what they did is un-Islamic. So when you are compelling their acts to their more portray, Abraham is portraying saying or no teaching, no. And I said, your wife is Islamic teaching. And you give an un-Islamic teaching to compare, and you are trying to draw, say, a good day, Papa. I cannot tell, bro. And so I know that what they did was wrong. And then said, and Sanosu your body. But in Islam, your body, it's your kaba'il, your body, and human killing. Human killing is one of the kaba'il. And no was so essay and Sanom, in any way, shape, or form, unless, of course, those people have been tried and liable of the offense that they are trying to punishment, capital punishment. And this people put in any form. So, people put in any form is not Islamic. And I want to be and Sanom, but then you were born grade by grade. Your body grade by grade, your body grade by grade. 18. The American said, maybe I'm Islamic, over Islamic, over any person any Islamic. So when you compare the two, it's like it is uncomparable. Never can say it would get the extreme rasa. No, Mimina is against Islam. It's being immoral, and Islam of some extreme morality. Yeah,
I am not saying Islam you couldn't back and and I can't say the grains of sin be what should be what I am also saying in Islam, so unbeliever is not regarded in the same way as we can believe at not. It's a sinner on Mukum Gilm where Mukuna and punishment for that. Higher than say girl no Christian.
Yeah, yes, it's true. My main check the Mukata.
I think even left on the same level because so much unbeliever online did not work as much as a Muslim.
Only my main check said Islam. Okay, I'm not editing social. Send your work say Obi kum Muslima believer. Nijina bre entese Obi a wakum a disbeliever. But I am for way to extreme human life, whether a Muslim or a non-Muslim, the life of human being are sacred. Yamfa wendi country itimansa. And Islam condemned the killing of any human being, whether a Muslim or non-Muslim. Islam condemned the kill of any human being. But then, the question now will be Sano. Muslimi, Kramoni, Jinabre, and Tessa will be a only Kramoni, Jinabre, and Yami, and Yanipa, and your solo, and your solo, they will by virtue of their deeds and their connections with Allah, and a Muslim, even Uber Muslim, you will get by grade. In fact, even in the prophets, there are grades, even in the prophets. And to say, I can say Muslim, I was higher grade than a disbeliever. And yet by the virtue of Muslim is so no, as no, but by no, any association with the Creator and the man Muslim higher that will be a disbeliever. But then whatever killing both of them, hukum disbeliever, and the third punishment, like you're supposed to also be killed. Hukum believer, you're supposed to be killed. Meaning that I will grade, but in the sight of Allah, in the sight of Allah, the velocity of the weight of the sin compared to the weight of a believer is different. Now, my mentor said that here. Obiani said, killing human being in a sanctity kingdom is totally prohibited. But when you kill a royal, kill a priest or the prince, it's a higher sin as compared to killing the ordinary. Okay.
Royal in the palace, we're royal in the Menchia.
Yeah.
And this believer no way then where normal person and that's why I would do categorization. No who push a shot. Tell me that when you know you're royal, you know, this believer or no person now or type of my degree. I mean,
the attention, Madika Kachel said the velocity of sin for killing human being in general. Justifiable. But Yami Bonnie Yamini Tia Bonesoka, Tini Yamini Tia Bonesoka. Any young coupon estate by virtue of connection with or no Yameno. Would you not believe when Yami any dia or no connection with Allah or no a different? And he or say or become this big. The women think that because Yankupon grady, Allah grady.
And I remember question I make sound the same. Say, come for your royal that. Or be our yet Munino, or no yet think.
And I make a choice. So, say, you were a commitment, you were royal, you were almost of your royals. It is a Muslim thing, your royals are all black and all your royals. It is sanity.
Okay. So, in all I'm trying to say is that you understand power will be a royal. Now, all value will be a royal commander, but to be a royal. It doesn't matter.
That be that's what we said. That's what we said. I'm okay. Yes, I'm a part because Malika can say, "Ukum nipa, nipa kum in Islam. In fact, abuam puni kum, abuam keke in Islam. Bonekesi. Not to talk of nipa. Malika can say nipa kum in Islam. When I say oyen kalprimio oyen mokeno, it is haram. It is forbidden to kill any human being. Malika can say, "After okay, the next day will be a royal to kum the only royal." It is no. I'm not saying that. I'm saying say. Nipa kum in every shape or form is forbidden.
Yes, say, maybe not to be against a moon, not on one year, this and all, nothing. We don't value it as much. One thing that way, that much about can be one of the year. And I'm going to start in one night, but because of no year, I've no. The one said, yes, that the life is not as valuable. That's my whole point that I'm making.
Oh no. That be and no on Islamic. No. And no Mr. Anan, in Islam, everybody is equal before the law. Everybody is equal. Even sometimes, one may disbelieve that law no more exceptions even than the Muslims. Because what that makes sense. So obi kabibi ebe onima. You are not a bit Muslim, ain't me check or be on your Muslim. You are not a bit Muslim, but ain't you be on your Muslim. And even one of your Muslim, and to the beer and play almost woody. For example, Senator Matrix said, or be or no, only Nadebang, as some all can put out of ignorance, or him Muhammad Nankasan, or him a friend Allah or one not or Kasaka, you better check on say Nipo, Mungan, we put your Muslim. And then you Sharia do what? Say, Uko, baby, not a Muslim man. Sharia ain't the end take effect out because you are told as Zindik. Or you will be a woman to have in Cabo for and my so. In that group, Sharia no end do, oh, ye be not say, you cannot say the way a quote here. You have options, the options, the business obey the Uber topic problem. That's one of the options. You have to go back to Baby Ufiba. Yeah, a man and you better we a Muslim. Now why is Shahada? Now this is the Muruna, get the money anybody. And for example, Obi a one tia Zaka. It get the man again. Hatta say if it caught for your head. If it caught for your head, Obi also would cut Zaka and share a year for any yanka. But Obi a Muslim on all Chaka. And you never a mother come for any woman come for. And the American say in Islam, everybody is equal before the law. But the year can say equality does not mean identicality. Nyankopo and what we agreed upon your rank. Enter the heaven of a rank by Jahannam, a gentleman so a rank by rank. Enter rank heaven or rank. Jahannam, a gentleman so a rank. And young Katyan rank a believer in the sight of Allah compared to a disbeliever in the sight of Allah, they are not the same. But each and every human soul is sacred. And the car said, even animals. In Islam, you cannot kill animals for fun. You can't do that. You only kill animals if you need to kill them, either for food, either because you fear that they may harm you, and but you cannot just kill animals for fun. It is haram in Islam. Talk less of the human being. So every human life is sacred in Islam. But then the American say the believer is of a higher degree because of his virtue of the connection that he has with Allah. And then even among the believers, you will be higher than others in the standard here. And among the disbelievers, we are lower than others. Yet they are higher degree than a normal Christian. I can say,
blasphemy, young.
Yeah.
There's blasphemy against or blasphemy against them.
Blasphemy?
Blasphemy against God. Like, the blasphemy here. There's blasphemy against God or death.
So in Islam, you can talk against anybody in Islam except for two. In Islam, you can't talk against the Prophet and Allah. These two, you can't talk against them in Islam. Under the blasphemy.
But why is it like all the other prophets, Isa, Musa, Yunus, all these prophets, which except for
hey, when I catch you,
you just said Islam.
Oh, that's let me see, except Allah and the Prophet. Tell you, who said? What said Timmy? And it's a maker said. And the American said, in Islam, you cannot any prophet in Islam. You can't. Allah and the prophet, you can't talk against them. When you talk ill against the prophet, you blaspheme against them, it is treasonable according to Islam.
So in Islam, blasphemy and yet just for God. But blasphemy definition is speaking against God. But I will say in Islam, blasphemy also
human. It's very simple. Why do you have to blaspheme against the prophet? You blaspheme against them because they were chosen by God. So blasphemy against the prophet is blasphemy against God. In Islam, you may have your definition, but Islamically, blasphemy means talking against Allah and talking against the holy prophets. This is blasphemy in Islam. So you can have your own definition of blasphemy because I don't know what by blasphemy. But in Islam, remember I said in Islam, it is about Quran and the Sunnah. You see, that's your definition. And I'm telling that Islamically, you see, you may have your conventional definitions, but I'm telling that Islamically, blasphemy in Islam means talking against the holy prophets and talking against Allah. Because we follow Allah and the prophets, Allah and the prophets, Allah and the prophets. And ati Allah wa ati Rasul, obey Allah and obey the messenger. So this is Islam. And to kata blasphemy. And okay.
Human in every field in life, every like their leaders. There are people that lead others. There are other people followers and they have leaders. So if I can someone your prophets now the leaders of income and I say about Zoom no nearby Mala I'm only imams no name or I wonder on what simple they cannot read Arabic. A lot of people are I want to read Quran, what have it. But you will be to say, six now for the Kiapson, Ladia, and I'm with you. We are in a position of power. I will be now, about the captain, who be at this day when it's one. Then you are encouraging for more back and it's all behind. I have a post on my page. You can go every regular you go and what is that teaching the kids in the room? Say, yes, the kind of prophets I teach because maybe she cry, I will activate and and it's
Mr. Anay, I think we are taking much of the we are taking much of the time. But that be try man kwanza manu sasendi incident we see incident we anyebia what is a Muslim scholar bi kasa etia ayeda or Muslim scholar kasa etia what be the action now a course no one to say Muslim scholar bi kasa etia no maybe some simple question me say apart from me no ebra asemi say what is a Muslim scholar Islamic scholar bi kasa etia what it action na course no I want to pull the cassette and okay, a lot of scholars akasa here, and then like I said, Islamically more injustice in whatever shape or form, no, it is against Islam, it is un-Islamic. Okay, the American said, whatever you think of other Islam is about Quran and the Sunnah. Nobody have any audacity say or no ever reform Islam. Islam already been reformed and finished. Islam was the murder. And the BBC is here. You have a verdict. Allah ongoing. I think, Mr. Anna, thank you very much for being part of the show. So you also thank you very much for being part of the show. Nyamiya Doma, you better also inshallah. You better also Abia. You not much now. You better start. My questions now. What about you, Nara? I reply. Like I said earlier on, you need support. More support here. And the moment I know Eddie at all, will be a person support you. Mr. Obey to me as support to you. You know, number 0245 091274 0245 091275. So we share a program no asia ya pin number no a video no ase. It will be our person or support. You know, Malam, you would make it the PCD, name of our day that any will enter the Yensi and you know, and to be a person supportive, you may be the best. I'm saying, that's why because a to be a Ogogi. A to be a watch Abba Papa. It is some more supporting and I to me and educating for about Islam. This is the time at the Amay. The number like pin 245 091274. A best saying the Muslims, and I mean, you be at about 2 hours, a pin for 5, but amount to be brave. And Obiano fee and the best saying more in support. Ocean with phone here, me use here. There be a camera, I want camera, maybe a camera, no one above. Phone the way that can use, but there be a camera, no one above. Will be phone that is here, me use here, and if I never say, or into organic solution, maybe a camera no say me yes me camera no na anim no aye blur unhu hwe enti obi phone na me use maybe Oxfam or maybe no obi a oye adwuma Muslim na ma gini phone na media call light tete ano be hia yesram me dey apply for funds ye pay we me ye apply for funds was so that ye dey apply for funds to up to now obi anu a why dey waka bibi e dey appoint be sram say dwumadi na ye di no ye apom di na ye be ye no say ba ko research bi to books ye be ye research ye be da for ye ni dani ye be research na dey tia ye be class na ye dey na ye so ye tumi educating crop for into also e bia won so dey betumi aye ne say be support dwumadi ye di no say na be ye ebiri bia ye be nya ye tumi ye dey ababonti na ya be support Islam o ye so Allah ebe ma ehu akache ese obi abetumi support nti member no ele wo ho no obi abetumi support Allah incha no mo so support ngina Allah ombo abo no incha mo nti obi abeto to line and also abeto to laptop am let me any streaming live na very I mean no that they use where that they use so that enti e won say yetumi aye bibia na ye kama so that you betumi akwan control the stream yard yetumi aye program na aye educative na ye provide hadith ne verses and answer enema bi e pese ye kama yetumi de project na obi anso yetumi kan no say ade na ye kana nye say ye bo etum na we are talking from Islamic sources nyakopon boy na and the best that's about money to be share video na ade amaye na atu obi de Islam emma obi akwan whatsoever emma would have the Islam no Islam on fast to mean she will be and some say one I want away Islam from will be so be boy the man about the man you may could be book can inside or be no messiah about the man ning nara Islam and fan share individual and not a group of people be answer Islamically one more ye woman say woman no message send them I want say am pani panel or be now dream with the whole or he's not under the influence of alcohol that you sound nipa enyeta otoko out of ignorance and as never be bre wo you bet check and sign the nipa no emra no taking the course Islam can say emra eche wonsem wallahi sa enam sunna to okada bi atwene nkwa dan kwa mate no da ubegina Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala anim on the day of Qiyamah ubegina Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala anim and then go to me and then many of the Muslims wa brabo usuban kapu ya tembige de usuban kaya tembige de Islam se be nyawo se meye wa dress wa kasa o ni ye ukotoche give enema bi a Muslim bi ya kapu ya tembige de Islam obo se sound to we mu we are far away from Islam that's the BBC said no na show no na suma this is the age of intellectual battle they are getting answer enimdia it kusia dia wa post to hadith woni ande ho kusia de never reply no wa kasembi maka chew say Islamic state are different but ahana ye wono brother Islam first even Islamic state yanga Islamic state brother continue Muhammad ewu ono na otigo no mpono ya fam man say yes bibia we refer it to the prophet madika cheche ngina Islam fast to when mazungu boy bia and make say obia when feelings obia was send your feeling fa we told me maka say we love the prophet more than our souls we love the prophet more than our wives our mothers our fathers. In fact we love the prophet more than the entire humanity. You can take it long. You not tell me who to love or who not to love. Although I welcome men I may say me done what I won't done I was maybe I won't done some obi do we obi do obi domba obi do pe obi do sika sidia but me child say me done what prophet musin dia so don't go against that but the fact that me do come chenino and say me through come chenino achi the Alan count Alan Yatin why because I love the prophet more than anything and Allah is not a thing, okay? Into Allah. Some of my now if you are educated for if you love to have sex with animals, don't mean you are making sense. and person I call my wife and boy into good my catch son make catch them it's yet me no get me to the door into what you got their pebia into being to me stop to me control a comma semen baby command control but sometimes you have to use wisdom the prophet in catch up command who be I won't be liable on the day of judgment Sadi Pano they hold you accountable for insulting the prophet. Also, you don't hold you accountable for killing somebody. And so now, it's Allah on one mind. Senti, Yadibesia, Yami Abema Etna, na ya Twaslusha Allah. Subhanakallah, Yamdika Shadala, Ilaha illa Ant, Astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.